Hey everyone!
Hello!
Brandon, where are we at? And what are we doing in this video?
We are finally back at Epcot, and we are here strictly today for one thing and one thing only, to get into the brand new, as of this filming, right here, GEO-82, which is the newest lounge, well, anywhere on Disney property here at Walt Disney World, but here at Epcot. And Sarah, take it away.
Yeah, I think we're both super excited.
Yep.
This is a new lounge. It is a former Siemens Lounge that got turned into an open lounge here for everyone, and of course is all Spaceship Earth inspired. It is an adults only location.
Yep. 21 and above, correct?
Yep.
I think.
Yep, 21 and above. So we are extremely excited to check it out, see what the drinks are.
Yeah, very much.
See some of the gluten-free and allergy-friendly food options.
Yeah.
And just see what we see.
Cannot wait.
Will you touch Spaceship Earth?
Yeah, it looks like when we go in, we are going to get to touch the shell, the outer shell, which you can kind of see right here, of Spaceship Earth itself. Huge shout out to our boy, Buckminster Fuller, who invented the geodesic dome. So just pour one out down below for Buckminster.
Pour a brown butter old fashioned out?
Yeah, we're going to get an old fashioned. We're going to get the whiskey flight. We're going to get a mocktail probably. We're going to get some food. We don't know how much money we are about to give
$90 bills,
to Disney.
y'all.
Let's go in. Let's check it out. Sarah, you ready for GEO-82? Named after the 82 is what?
When the park opened.
When the park opened, and Geo is probably geodesic dome. I'm assuming. Let's go in. Let's try. I'm excited. You ready? Old fashioned.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So we're here in GEO-82 and it is jammed in here.
Jammed.
But we are so excited. I love the vibe. We just talked to our server. We went through some of the options. He went through and cleared it with the chef. But of course they did offer, if we wanted to, the chef could come out to the table. But since it's a tiny but mighty little menu, we felt like it was probably going to be okay. And we'd already heard a lot about what the options were. So we are going to get the hummus. We're going to get the charcuterie modified, and maybe I'll end up getting crab later.
I think you should.
But we're excited. We've already ordered drinks. Food's in, and I can't wait.
Wait till you guys see what Sarah started with. No spoilers.
Going big or going home.
Going big or going home.
But yeah, I love the vibe. It's going to be fun. I'm excited.
So then starting off, the rock glass, the mold has been actually stamped to resemble Spaceship Earth. You know, we give a little homage to that everywhere we can. And then possibly my favorite thing to do besides actually enjoying it, I'm going to be pouring it table side here for you as well. It's so good.
That is
Wait
awesome.
for the last drop.
You've
And
got
of
to
course,
put
no
all
old packing is complete.
the garnish.
Is that the garnish?
All right, so our drinks came. I got the brown butter old fashioned, and first of all old fashions need one single ice cube, which this does, and it is embossed, or whatever the word is, with the Spaceship Earth on it, on the actual ice cube. Looks delicious. I love the glass. Ooh, where's the smell?
Brandon's going to share a little bit of his old-fashioned review coming up in a minute. First, we ended up talking to some of our neighbors, and while that happened, I ended up getting my first drink, which was the whiskey flight. Brandon also gets this, and you'll see both of our reviews. I really love this. You'll see some of my live reactions to it, but this featured several special whiskeys that were really fantastic, perfectly balanced, and ideal if you are a whiskey lover. So here is my review.
I laughed because, you know, when we were on our way, that that's a burn. Ooh, I love that one. That one's very sweet. That's super tasty. Caramel, delicious. Alright, one's supposed to be the peach resistant.
Yep.
Also very caramely. Yep, he's right. That's the best one.
By far.
Smoky, caramel notes.
And everyone, we're sorry, I just realized we do not have our mics plugged in.
If you're a whiskey drinker, you will love that.
Awesome. The hummus is delicious.
Really?
Best hummus I've ever had.
What?
Maybe not.
Brandon, it's beans. You hate beans.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
The
try it
papadums
again.
are kind of ridiculous. They need a different.
Very thin.
They need a different vessel for this hummus.
I want Sarah to try this. This is the what is the hummus?
The hummus, cannellini hummus.
Oh.
Did you get a pepper?
I got a pepper. Everyone.
Mistakes were made.
Peppers are strong. Peppers are very strong. Oh, they're very strong. This is delicious, Sarah. Please try the hummus now. I love it. I love it.
Okay, so my turn to try the hummus. This is gluten-free, dairy-free, and a vegan option. There's some papadums here, and I'm going to keep it real. These papadums do not hold up to the hummus, so I had to use a spoon, but Brandon says it's amazing, so I'll try it.
Yeah, I love it. I went from best hummus in the world to it's nice.
It's very nice. I like it. I like the textures on there. There's sort of a gremolata on it. The spiciness. It's solid. I would love to see maybe some different options that are gluten-free, dairy-free, and vegan, but I'm not going to be mad at this. Like, I would order this again, and of course, Brandon apparently loves it, so we're definitely ordering it again. Okay.
So really quick, a lot has happened. We're done. We were done with our food. I just ordered more. I have one more sip to go with the Old Fashioned, which I had started drinking when we first got here.
But we were talking to some lovely people next to us.
Yeah, we had awesome people next to us celebrating their 28th wedding anniversary. I'm going to take my final sip now. One of the top 5 on Disney property. I don't know what's number 1, 2, 3. I think number 1 still might be Topolino's. Leave a comment below. For real, leave a comment below. Would all of you viewers like a top 5 or 10 Old Fashions or even just alcoholic drinks on Disney property? But this here at GEO-82, this Old Fashioned is delicious. So everyone, you're going to watch me down the final sip.
And I can say while Brandon is taking a sip, I tried one sip of it. It is gluten-free. It does contain dairy. But wow, it is really good.
Hashtag there it is. I don't know how Sarah's going to edit this video. Background stuff, Sarah does the editing. We had started filming me drinking it, trying it for the first time, but like I said, we started talking. A lot was going on. It's delicious. It's incredible. If you come here and you even remotely like Old Fashions, must get.
And also, do you
really
want to quickly talk about your charcuterie?
The charcuterie, oh yeah, we didn't film during that every bite like sometimes we do. Charcuterie was amazing. As always with Disney though, the charcuterie would be a hashtag there it is, but it is about what, Sarah, $5 to $6. Even for this location, it's too expensive. They're never going to lower the price. It's Disney. But if they did lower the price by even $5, I would have ordered another one. Really good, really solid, delicious charcuterie. What did you think of it, Sarah?
I thought it was really good too. I didn't love it as much as you. I do like that there's some non-cow's milk cheese in there. There was some goat milk cheese, which was nice, but Overall, I think it was
Yeah.
solid. I love the pickles. I thought the meats were very high quality and different. And I was really happy that they can make it gluten-free easily.
Yep. And really quick, I'm going to take one sip. This is a long clip, everyone. No editing here. My bourbon flight came. Sarah is still drinking hers. She is done with her first one. We should put captions in, right, Sarah, of what this is. I'm going to have a sip.
And when I sipped this one, I made an Al Pacino. I went, hoo-ah, because it's got a bit of a bite. We just didn't get that one on camera.
Hoo-ah! There it is. Whoa. I believe I can fly. Woo! I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away.
Can you try the
believe
next
What's that?
Are you going to try them all or are you going to come back? How about
We're going to come back. Let's flip the camera around because Sarah just got another mocktail as well. All right, we got footage of it, but the server just brought out Sarah's next thing. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
And Sarah still has her flight. I got my flight. But everyone, hoo-ah!
Hoo-ah.
Hashtag hoo-ah.
So I got one of the non-alcoholic drinks. This is a walk in the garden, and it looks really refreshing. I love the lemon. It looks like there's some dill in there. It looks really good. This is the one drink that Brandon was like, I really would love to try that. So,
well, we've already
I
cross-contaminated,
know, now
sadly,
Brandon
on
can't
my
try
end.
it, but we are coming back,
Yep.
so we won't be vlogging that visit, but we will have Brandon try it then. Oh, that is so interesting.
Tell me about it.
It feels like a herbaceous lemonade.
What kind of arrogant statement is that?
I'm going to go with it.
Go with it.
Herbaceous lemonade. It's got very kind of a lemon flavor to it. The dill in there is definitely very prominent. And I love anything that's kind of carbonated, has bubbles. I love sparkling water, club soda. This is perfect for a summertime in terms of something that's not overly heavy, something that feels refreshing when it's hot. I'm into this. This is really good. I would say I personally don't love a lot of super sweet drinks, and it is a little on the sweeter side for me, but probably most people will be like, no, it's not sweet at all. But I love the flavor profile. It's good.
All right, and now time for the second on my flight. Again, I'm assuming Sarah will have already put a caption in about which one this is. Super good. Our cast member server Edgar just came by. Make sure everything's good. I also have more food coming for me, but the first sip of the second flight, absolutely delicious. I kind of like the first one first a little bit better. Sarah is making a face behind the camera, but I kind of do. I will look later on, and I will do this at home and upon review of these videos about which is which, because I honestly don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, delicious so far, absolutely delicious. Let's let Sarah dig in, though, to her, crab cake you got, Sarah? All right, and Sarah, what did you just get?
I ended up getting the crab cake, which looked super fancy. The only modification they needed was to remove some kind of gremolata. It's gluten-free. It does contain dairy, so this is not going to be a good dairy-free option. There's some caviar on top. Feeling very fancy.
Before you take a bite, can I say something?
Sure.
Crab cake is where I actually had my anaphylactic shock.
That is true.
My reaction. It wasn't here, of course. Anyway, that's a whole other story.
But Brandon does not have any of this.
I am not touching this, everyone.
We're taking all the protocols.
My little epinephrine injectors could be used one day. Sarah's making a face. Anyway. I'm a little tipsy, everyone.
I like it. I like the flavor profile. It is definitely very fishy forward, so if you are not into that, probably skip it. But great crab flavor. The caviar, I don't know if it necessarily needs to be there. I don't know if it adds that much to it, but I love it. It's a kind of a nice hot option if you're gluten-free. And I'm glad I'm doing this at the end with the non-alcoholic drinks. I think those will pair much better than the whiskey. but solid. I think I'm still going to go with their charcuterie and the hummus as my favorite, but this is also a very solid option, especially if you like seafood.
All right, everyone, continuing on with the third drink in my bourbon flight. Let's look refined. Get the pinky out. Hashtag there it is. We are not on the fourth one yet. Come back later for that, or continue viewing us for that. Third one is now my favorite. So right now, for me, it goes first, third, 1, 3, 2.
We're the opposite.
Sarah, you like them in order.
We're the opposite. Nope.
You're right, opposite. Not opposite. You like 4, 3, 2, 1. Right?
No, 4, 2, 3, 1.
So right now, I'm 3, 1, 2. So we're similar. I'm holding off on the last one, the stag, for now. But yeah, this is great. We'll talk in the debrief. Stand by for our full debrief. This is not the cheapest location, but so far, so good. And now, the grand finale for the flight, the stag, which our neighbors over here, they're gone now. Again, happy anniversary to them. He said it was by far, not a little bit, by far the best.
I said it was Sarah, by far the best.
I was moving on to you, Sarah. So Sarah also said, and I trust her more than even our neighbors that were here, she said it was the best. So, also, Sarah, can we say, just in case you're new to the channel and everything, whiskey and bourbon is gluten-free, correct?
Yes, I was probably going to put a note in, but yes, the distillation process does make whiskey and other spirits made with gluten-containing grains gluten-free.
But yeah, science says, and you should trust science at all times, that whiskey, bourbon, etc. is, in fact, gluten-free. We do get some comments, and we've had older videos about that where we explain the entire distillation process. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. Stag, here we go. Hashtag there it is. Hashtag hoo-ah. Delicious. Okay, so the order is 4, 3, 1, 2 for me, and for Sarah, 4, 3, 2, 1. Correct, Sarah? Delicious. We'll talk fully in the debrief, as we keep saying, but it's not cheap. It's not overly expensive, I think, for what you get, actually. Yeah, absolutely awesome. If you're into flights like this at all, it's a must-get. Absolutely delicious. All right, so my flatbread came. I did have a couple bites. Again, we were talking to our neighbors and everything. New neighbors sat down. It is delicious. Sarah, get a look at this. I already had a large chunk of it. Again, we were being neighborly, but absolutely delicious. This is, of course, not gluten-free, not dairy-free, but it is good for all my allergies. And I know we have a ton of subscribers that follow us because, in general, because they're gluten or dairy-free or both, or they have my allergies, or they have nothing at all, but they just love us. I'm a little tipsy, everyone, but really good. Flatbread is solid, and I love the plating. Really quick, stand by for our debrief. Out of all of this, something happened today here. Nothing horrible. I do have a negative. I do have a critique of GEO-82. Stand by for our debrief on it. And like that, we're outside. We're done. Spaceship Earth behind us. The future in front of us. I don't know.
So, Brandon, on a scale of tips to wizarding drunk, how well are you doing right now?
I am between buzzed and tipsy right now. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you're not new, you will know that I don't do so well with alcohol. It affects me very rapidly.
And also, you will know tips, and wizarding drunk, too.
And wizarding drunk. Hashtag wizarding drunk. But anyway, amazing experience overall. Let's start talking about it.
Yeah, I think overall, I went in with kind of moderate expectations. And I think there's some pros and cons, and we'll talk a little bit about it. I think the drinks overall were fantastic. I do think that they are quite pricey compared to most of the bars and lounges at Disney. This is definitely the most expensive old-fashioned that I think is on the menus at the different lounges.
I think you're right.
I was looking.
Topolino's would be next, right?
Yeah, no, it was actually in Enchanted Rose Lounge.
Oh yeah, that's what you had said. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was looking at some of the price points, and Topolino's, which is your favorite old-fashioned.
It is. Topolino's
is about $10 less.
Yeah, Topolino's still #1 on Disney property.
Yeah, but I think I really love the creativeness, the attention to detail on the different drinks, the kind of plussing up of the options, even the food. Although it is a very limited menu, I do like kind of the elevated kind of lounge food. I would love for them to add some different options in the future, but you love the hummus.
I love the hummus. I don't know if it's the best hummus of all time, but it's monorail above us. Oh, everyone, there it is. Anyway, hummus is amazing here at GEO-82.
Yeah, I thought it was solid. I would love to see, again, some more creative options that aren't just hummus, because I feel like that's a good standard default for gluten-free, dairy-free, and vegan. So I'd love to see something a little bit different if they update the menu, but I think it is very solid, and I think it's the one we're going to get every time we go there.
And next we have the charcuterie, which was really good.
Yeah, I think in terms of the other food options, the charcuterie was an easy gluten-free modification. I love the pecan crisp with it. I love the different cheeses and the meats with it. I thought it had a lot of good accompaniments. Definitely very solid. That's another one I think is a little too expensive, but
it is
one we'd get again. I would probably personally skip the crab, despite it being a gluten-free option. It just wasn't my jam, but if you like those kinds of flavors, it could be great for you, and you really liked your flatbread.
Yeah, so the flatbread was really good. Hummus, though, was, for me, delicious. For you, really good.
Yeah, shocking.
Drinks were...
Oh, like you smacked me so hard, because you were... That's how passionate you were.
I'm so passionate.
So about the hummus.
Anyway.
But yeah, I think it's one we get again. In terms of the drinks, if you're a whiskey drinker, you cannot go wrong with the Flight or the brown butter old fashioned. There are 2 drinks on the menu that do contain dairy. One is the old fashioned, and the other is the New York sour. So if you are have a dairy allergy or dairy intolerance, those you're going to want to skip. But there's some great options. Also, I can't wait to go back again and try the other non-alcoholic drink. I really liked the walk in the garden option that I had, and so I'm really curious to see what the other one is like too.
Awesome. The theming of GEO-82 is incredible overall.
I love it,
right?
And I didn't even notice the last time when we first went in. The like sparklies on the floor was supposed to be like the old Intervention sparkly sidewalk, which I absolutely loved. It's the most nostalgic thing to me, so I really like that they had that in there. And also, pro tip, we're not touching the side of Spaceship Earth.
Yeah, we've seen in quite literally every video we've watched, including videos taken of cast members. When you walk in, you see the side of Spaceship Earth. Looking back, of course you're not. You're far removed from Spaceship Earth. You're not actually inside Spaceship Earth. And Rose, an amazing cast member on the way out, gave us an awesome, just a guided tour kind of.
Yeah,
I don't know if we filmed. She was awesome. Huge shout out to Rose. She explained it's a fabrication, a remake of the outside wall here. So it is very similar, but you are not actually touching Spaceship Earth when you go in.
I mean, you can use your imagination, like Figment, and pretend that you are touching the side.
Still, Rose was an awesome cast member. She was awesome on the way out, and our server, Edgar, was awesome as well.
Top notch, so helpful, so friendly and informative. Overall, it was a great experience. I will say it is a small place. So know that they are not taking walk-ups right now. It will probably be a while before that happens. Also, people are #chillaxing, so they are taking their time in there. So it does take a little bit. I think ours was maybe 15 or 20 minutes past our time. So just know that it is taking a little bit to get into, and it is a small space. Since it was an old lounge for Siemens, it's not very large.
And when you check in, they do sit you, though, in a cool little seating area.
Yeah, that seating area was awesome.
Very cool. And I would like to bring up a critique, a negative.
Besides the price?
Besides the price, which isn't, it's high, but not it's affordable.
No, that was might be one of the most expensive.
Yeah, you're right.
Had at a lounge.
That's true. I am a little ticked off that you cannot buy the glasses, the wine glasses, and the rocks glasses. When this place first opened, they were for sale, or apparently we didn't vlog.
They were
it
going
the
to
first
be
week.
for sale.
They were going to be for sale, but then Disney, with their heart wide open, gave them away to vloggers. We're vloggers, kind of. Where's our glasses, Disney?
Oh, no.
You gave them all away.
They gave away to everybody the first week.
We were willing to give you probably too much money for them, and we were told, no, they're gone. So,
but they said they're going to be getting some back soon. So maybe when we come in 2 weeks, which we are not going to vlog, but we will share it on social media, we will give you updates if we got glasses.
Absolutely. So, have you been to GEO-82? Are you looking forward to GEO-82?
What did we get that you would be interested in?
Yep.
And what didn't we cover that you would love to see?
Yeah. With that though, thank you to our patrons on Patreon. You're awesome. As we ate here and drank here, we posted probably 50 photos to Patreon. So thank you so much on our Patreon Facebook page. Thank you our potato holders. Links to both are below. Our subscribers, you make the world go round. The Spaceship Earth go round. You're awesome. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment, thumbs up, the whole deal. But with that, we are ready to go home.
With that, we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.